Hello guys, assalamu alaikum. I am back. Sorry, Mike was having some troubles. Usually Instagram Live never works from a Mac, from a laptop, from a computer, and he was trying to join through there. So we are back again in the house. I hope that my stand stays there, doesn't fall on me again, and we can have a smooth conversation here. Guys, I did introduce before, but Mike and I had a conversation, and he has such a strong, inspiring story. And I am truly grateful for him to come forward and share this story with you all, to inspire you, to tell you nothing is impossible. And it's just the way you see things, right? Mike is in the house. Let me bring him live and let's have a conversation. We're just connecting with him. There
Hello.
we are. Hey there, how are you?
I'm good, doing good, thank you. What about you?
I am fine. So, before we dive in and hear your story, your phenomenal story, just a little introduction, your name, where you're from, what you do, and then we'll progress.
Okay, so my name is Mike. I am 40 years old, or young. I come from Belgium. Um, I am 11 years together with my wife. I have beautiful twin boys. And yeah, I started my business in February.
Awesome, awesome. So, Mike, you and I had a conversation a few days ago, and you shared your journey, you shared your story. I want you to speak your story and tell what you've been through and how you survived, and let the audience hear it first.
Yes, it's quite a story, but let's begin. So it was even before I was born that my mom didn't have a good relationship because yeah, my dad was a little bit aggressive, and so he kicked my mom. He kicked my mom from the stairs while she was pregnant of me. That's one example I heard, but that didn't stop him to do more things. At the age of 14, 15, I guess, he tried to kill me by strangulation. And if that was not enough, I had a verbally aggressive stepdad. Yeah, who said I couldn't do nothing. I have two left hands, and all things I wouldn't think about anymore. What happened then? Bad
Let
friend.
me stop you there, Mike. Let me stop you
Yes.
there. So you went through hell with your dad before you were even born. Tell me how in your early age, especially when you hit your teens, how was that for you progress? Just understanding that my father is abusive or he doesn't want me, and then how did you feel when you say that he tried to strangle you and take your life? How did you feel in those moments?
Um, it's hard to think about it, but we have to learn to appreciate things that happen to us because that makes us a better person. Um, how did I feel about it? Yeah, I was stunned. I didn't understand it. So for a young boy, well, young kid from 14 years old, so that was a very blow to my self-esteem. I didn't understand why somebody you look up to could do that. So it's a strange feeling, you know. Maybe in his defense, he would say he was drunk, but that's not an excuse. So yeah, if I look back to it, I'm feeling very sorry for that kind of behavior that he gave me, but I'm very glad that I didn't copy that behavior.
Yes, yes, that is absolutely correct. I am so honored to have you. When we talked about this before, also, it was just amazing to see how you translated that into a different approach with it. You didn't say, okay, you didn't play the victim mindset actually, and you took that story, you took that abuse, and you said, this is the reason I'm going to change, I'm going to transform, and I'm going to go out and help people change and let them know, you can either have that victim mindset and move on and say, why me, or this happened to me, so I'm like this.
Yeah,
But
true.
you totally changed it and said, I'm not going to be like my dad. That is not me. And you actually took responsibility of saying that you're going to be a better husband, a better father, or a better man. So thank
Absolutely.
you for showing up like that and giving so many men, women listening hope, and letting them know that you do not need to take your story and live with it and live in that victim mindset where this has happened to me, so you know what, I'm just gonna act
Well,
the same way, I'm gonna disavow.
if I can say something, maybe
Yes, yes,
it's
Joe.
it's indeed very difficult to break the circle, the
It
mindset of the
is.
circle. I guess you have to. It might be saying sound a little bit strange, but you have to forgive the people that hurt you, because if you don't, you will always have that package on your back. It's very important. Like you said, I don't want to copy that behavior, but sometimes when people are in that state of mind from why me, why did it happen to me, you have to. It sounds difficult to understand, but you have to embrace the things that came into your life. Why? Because that makes you a better person. It doesn't mean that you are bigger than them. It doesn't mean that you are smaller than them. It's just another approach to how to deal with events in your life. It's very. Now I'm grateful that many things happened to my life, because now I'm the man because of that. You know, it's very
Absolutely.
important to have that mindset, to step away from the situation and look at it, analyze it, and then say, okay, even if you don't say it to that person, you have to say it inside. You have to say it with more power than the power they gave you to make you upset. So
Absolutely.
that's my approach to the things I came across in my life, because it made me the person that I am today. Humble, sometimes out of I don't know how to say it, because I don't like to brag about myself, and that's
Go
why I want
ahead.
to help people. That's why.
Yes, absolutely. I totally agree with you, Mike. I speak about this a lot about forgiveness. A lot of people think that if they don't forgive somebody who hurt them, that is the right way to live, to move on. Actually, when we don't learn to self-forgive and forgive the other person, we actually are holding on to them, and that causes us to become bitter, and it becomes like a blockage from and prevents us from moving forward. So
Yeah,
you put it absolutely rightly that we have to not stay in that pattern, in that cycle of why me. And like Mike said, guys, it is not easy. Trust me, everybody has a story, right? It is
yeah,
not easy to break that pattern, but I want you to know that you can do that. That power is always in your hand. Nobody has that control. So you have to learn how to validate what happened to you and
yeah.
process it, but you have the control also to change it. And that control is only in your hand. Nobody can do that for you. So, Mike, I want you to talk a little bit more about how did you heal? How did you process through not just having your father being there as a father figure, but then on top of that, you had to deal with a stepfather who was emotionally abusive toward you. How did you go through all that? And what was your breaking point where you said, I can't take it, and then you embarked on your healing?
It took me actually a long time, because now I'm 40. I also have a neurological disorder called dystonia. That's a movement disorder, so I take heavy medication for that, but it doesn't come from my background. It's maybe genetic, so that's still under in search. Um, I think last November was a very good moment for me, because I had new medications, and it helped me progress. That helped me move on. And then I said, if I don't pull myself together, um, if I don't want to be in the place I am, I have to take a leap. I have to take a step forward. So first thing I did, I was building up my self-esteem with motivational speakers search like Steve
Tony
Harvey, Dan
Robbins.
Pena, Tony Robbins, of course, Dean Graziosi. I don't know if
Yes,
that's
gracias.
true.
Yeah.
So motivational speakers came into my life, and then I understand what they were saying. Even Alan Watts is also a good one to listen to, great philosopher. And that picked me up. That's it. Okay, I have to do it. If I don't do it, nobody will. And I started to believe in my dreams, because my dreams are, of course, to be a good dad, to be a family man, to be a good friend to people that are in my heart, or even if I don't know them at first. So you have to start with gratitude, because if you start with gratitude, you have a humble appearance. What I mean by gratitude, I always say in the morning, I am blessed to have the ability to see. I am blessed that I have the ability to walk. I have blessed with all the things I know. You can list around 50 different things to be grateful for, because if you think about it, there are people who are blind, who are deaf, who had an accident and lost their legs, for example. So we have to be grateful for the things that comes into our life. Even if you don't see the big picture, if you believe in God, the universe, Allah, Buddha, if it's it's great to be grateful. You have to start to be grateful for things that are for many people an automation, but you have to step back and look at the big picture, because if you wake up, the universe has a I don't know how to say it. I
It's
don't know
okay.
how to say
It's
it.
okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I totally agree with whatever you're saying. That gratitude goes such a long way. Uh, I heard this saying, gratitude, have an attitude of gratitude. So that it's it might not, people might not be able to relate to it right now listening, but it's just a mindset. You've lived a life conditioned and believing that focus on your problems. You have so many problems, right? If you could just take that and say, okay, from now onwards, I'm not going to focus on my problems. I'm going to focus on my solutions. I'm going to focus on what is in this moment right now that I can truly be grateful for, because there's always going to be something you're going to be grateful for. You're alive. That's the biggest gift, right? You're alive. You're breathing. You can change anything because you're alive. So having that sense of awareness that gratitude can just go such a long way for all of us. So thank you for sharing that. But Mike, I wanted you to share with the audience. I know there are survivors here listening to your story who are struggling right now, who are struggling to forgive their parents, forgive their dad, their mom, whoever has hurt them, who left them, completely lost. I want you to share your insight on what did you do in your healing, and how did you come to a point where you said, I'm going to forgive my dad, both the dads, the stepdad, and how did you come to that realization?
The first time I did a random thing. So I wrote a letter to my dad, stepdad, mom, and sister, telling them on paper, because if you write it down, you look from another perspective. So you also write it off you, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
You let it go through your pen, and then you write it down. So then you have to say from I see different perspectives, but I came across this with you. I came across this with you. You did that to me. I know I was a trouble kid. I don't know. And then you say them, look, You have to read this because this is my view of the world I was living in and with you. And that's I think that's a great power that you have inside to analyze all your problems, not overanalyze because you get back on the circle, but just write it down. You know, have another perspective, do something new. I mean, if you have the power to write it down and say to them, look, this is what I came across with you, that sends a powerful message, because that's when you realize, hey, the power is in my hands. The power is in me to let it free, to let it go. You have to let it go. You have to give it a place. Even one of the tricks I did was also write it down. Um, you can send it into the sky again by burning it, or you can put it in the river because it's back to the ocean. It's back to the world. So you have different approaches, or how you can let things go. So it's really important for you that you realize that your heart is bigger than the problems they gave you. Your heart, your soul, your presence, you have it in you. I truly believe that it's yeah, it's the start, and the hardest thing to do is take the first step. That's the hardest thing, and the rest will follow. I promise you that, because I lived it, I did it, and I want to share it with everybody here in the chat or in the world. You have the power to let go. You have the power to be free from your hurt. Believe it. You have to believe it. You have to say it. Even in repetition, if you wake up, I am a great person. I love the sun. You have to also use not negative words. You have to uh, um, be positive. I don't say you have to be positive all the time, because that's not possible. We are humans. We have to learn. We have to learn, but in do so, so if you write it down, in do so, you have triggered a mechanism in your brain that says, okay, I can let it go. It's not a part of me anymore, because I am bigger than my problems. If your vision is bigger than your problems, you will go to your vision and not to your problems. But because many people say, oh, I'm not worth it, I'm not tall enough. uh, the things that people say to themselves, they stop themselves, because if you say I can't, then you already close the door to your brain to say, hey, I can't do it. But if you say I want to try it, that's another approach. I want to try it, you leave the door open. So that's my view of letting things go, or even to help people. I give them, for example, I say to people, "Are you good at math?" They say no. So I then say to them, "Look, you are an expert in math, because if you drive your car, you have to be aware of the triangles you use." I don't know how to say it in English, but
Yeah,
every day we use math by driving your car, because you have to unconsciously look at the car in front of you, behind you. You have people that parked. So
we're always
everything is.
calculating.
Excuse me.
We're always calculating, right?
Yeah,
That's what
you
you're
are
saying.
always
Yeah.
calculating unconsciously, and that's why you are an expert in math, if you even if you don't believe that you can do it. So that's an example I gave to people.
Wow.
I give
Wow,
to
thank
people.
you for that, because I'm really bad in math, so I needed that. Thank you for sharing.
No problem.
And Mike, I really honor you, and I really like the way you said that, you wrote those letters. Guys, this is really powerful tool that he's giving. I speak about it with my clients as well. It's really powerful. The thing is, we stay stuck because we hold on to the emotion. How are we holding it? We're suppressing it. We don't, because it's uncomfortable. I don't want to think about my pain because it's uncomfortable. It makes me cry. It makes me angry. It makes me, it makes you feel those things that you don't want to. So you suppress it, and you keep yourself busy, right? I want to say busy because I don't want to think about it. It is always going to stay in your system, and it's going to show up in different ways. In the future, your loved ones are going to suffer because now you're angry, you're irritable, you're short tempered, and you don't know where it's coming from. And you think you're just having a bad day. You're not having a bad day. Those are suppressed emotions. Oh, those are waiting to be addressed. So, like Mike, he took that control. How did he? He said, look, I'm living in a lot of pain caused by my mom, my sister, my dad's. What am I supposed to do in this moment that can help me let go of that pain? What did he do? He picked up a paper and he wrote whatever came to his mind. He wrote a letter to all of them, telling them the pain they had caused him. Not just that, he actually said that maybe I was a trouble kid, right? That's really huge, because even in his pain, he's thinking about others. So that shows what a deep impact he is. And then he sent it out to his family. You don't have to do that. Like he said, you can burn it, you can just write it and let it be there. It's just about processing in your system. And to go a step further, because I tell that to my clients and I've done that for myself. When you've written the letter, and let's say that person is no longer around, or you don't want to give that letter to that person, what you do is you can either burn it or whatever. You write a reply to yourself from that person. So, hey, this is your mom, and now you become the mom. What do you expect your mom to say if she's hurt you? So you write that. You become the mom and you write that. And then you just leave it there on your table. And when you're having a bad day, thinking about these things, open that letter, read that. Think that your mom wrote it to you. It helps a lot. Your mom or whoever, for that matter. I'm just giving a hypothetical example. Whoever
Okay.
has hurt you. And you can read that. That just really helps you. I've used this technique. I've used this tool on myself. I've given that to my daughter, who is 10 years old. We use that, and I've given it to a lot of people who are in pain. They say, you know what? I will write the letter, but I'm never going to give that person because they've caused me too much pain. Or is their ego in their way? It's fine. It's okay. It's how you want to validate it for yourself, right? That's the whole point. So then you take time and write a reply letter from that person who's hurt you, okay? And see how that feels. And read it not then, but read it when you are looking, when you're in that moment, you're caught in that moment of pain, and you're thinking about your past, or you know this happened to me because of this person. That's when you open that letter and read that apology letter that they've written back to you. Guys, these are really powerful tools that you can use. And Mike put it so gracefully that the power is always with you. You can either live a life that is set with a victim mindset, or you can say, hey, I don't want to live this way, because guess what? I've lived this way for 30 years, for 40 years, and I've got the same results. The same freaking results in relationships, in my work, in every area of my life. So what can I do? Maybe just change the mindset. Maybe. It's just, it looks really big, but it is really small. And it starts with what he said. It starts with gratitude. You don't have to look at the whole journey. Just look at the focus on the first step. What is the first step for you in this moment that you can take in this very moment that can open that road? We do not look at the journey, like he said, is the first step, which is the hardest. Focus on that first step, guys. Focus. You can change. Anybody going through pain, thinking right now, looking at this video, that I can't do this. Let me tell you, you can. He shared his story. You heard my story. I have tons and tons of people come forward and share this story. There's no difference between you and us. The only difference is that we said we want something different, and we took that control. And that control is in us. So, Mike, having said that, coming back to you now, where are you right now? You said in November you had a change, and you embarked on your own business. Let's talk a little bit about that. Could you enlighten us about that, please?
Yes, so in November I got new medication because dystonia was diagnosed last November by a professor here in Belgium. And then maybe miraculously or not, I was listening to a lot of motivational speakers, and life can be life happens for you, not against you. So that was my turn back moment. So I just break through that moment of insecurity to from security to insecurity, because hey, I am a person with a disability here in Belgium, but I wanted to start on my own because I don't want to work for a boss no more. Why? Because if I have stress, it's because of me and nobody else. So it's myself to blame. and the ball is rolling. So in November started my fresh mindset, but with medication, of course. And I started from saying to myself, what am I good at? How do you see yourself? Looking back to yourself, how can you change your mindset? But also, what is my purpose in life? My purpose in life is and always has been helping people. So I began to search things that resonated with me. So I started to. I got a lot of things from Alan Watts because my company called Mike's Motion, and that's Motion as a name that Alan Watts said a lot, and I looked it up, and it means no mind. That means no thinking, no negative thoughts, no nothing. Just go with the flow. It's like it's like a bird flying in the sky on the same level, and then he's off. So I sounded that sounded very good to me, Mike's Motion, MM. So that's why if you see my logo, it's also MM.
Mm,
And then from I started in February. I asked a bank to believe in me and give me a start capital. They did. I did. Okay.
yes.
Uh,
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. That's life. That's life. If you take the first step to make a change in yourself and other people, life will happen for you. Life will give you the things that you need. Life is first thing gratitude, and life is live your purpose. Like Steve Harvey says, if you find your gift will make room for you. And my gift in this world is to help
So true.
people see with another set of eyes to the same world. So my exclusion, it means no
I
mind.
lost you.
So now I
Like
already
you're breaking up. Okay, you're back. I lost you there. Now you're
I
back.
already have customers, so that's good. I just 2 months open or 3 months open, I don't know. So I already have customers. I also have a website. Maybe I can share it later.
Yes.
And if you know, the universe talks to you, even if it's if a person says something to you, if you see all the same numbers like 11 11, if I the universe works with you. It's something you have to be
Become
aware
aware
of.
about it. Mm.
Yeah, you have to be aware, and also you have to sometimes it's hard because I have to analyze. I'm an analyst, yeah, an analyst, because some things will give sometimes the universe gives something to you, but it doesn't fit in your gift, if you in your emotion. And that's another way that the universe tricks you to believe in yourself, because you can't say to everything yes, and you can't say to everything no. That's not possible. You have to make a choice. You always have a choice. You always have a choice. So why make the same mistake again to say I'm not good enough? So that's a choice you make. I'm not good enough. What about the same energy? I am good
Good,
enough.
good enough.
Am I good enough? Yes, I am good enough. It's the same energy. It's it it's almost the same words. I am good enough. So you have to take one gratitude, two search your gift, uh, live your life to the fullest, and appreciate the little things. If you wake up in the morning, you hear birds sing, just close your eyes, breathe, and say thank you for the sound it's making, because it's making me stay calm. When my dog sits to me here on the couch, that's I'm grateful for that dog to be so close to me. It's the little things. You don't have to um, put your mindset in bigger things. Okay, you have to set goals. Yeah, let's talk about goals. Like for instance, I'm 40 years old. I don't have a bachelor degree, but my goal is to start in September with a bachelor degree in coach and well-being management. Why? I have a lot of experience in life, but my experiences is not enough to help people. So if I put myself in the position that I can learn more, then I can help people more with them, with the experience they have. So you have to evolve with the world. You can't stay still. So even if you're depressed, if you analyze depressed, it says I pressed on. If I don't know if you understand it, but if you,
Yes, yes.
I have a picture of that. I pressed on, and that this is not your life. Always moves on. You have periods of. Um, I have photos because a photo speaks more words than something else. You have learning moments and you have um, living moments. Learning moments is like when you're depressed because that's the way universe says to you, look at yourself. Do you press on or do you don't? If you don't, you have to you always be depressed. You always be like, but smile at things. Sometimes smell the roses. The smallest things. I have new glasses. I'm grateful for having these glasses. Why not? Because I can see better. I can. It's also a different mindset because you see, it's different. Oh, well, I have something on my nose here. Shit, I'm ugly. No, you're not. I am beautiful. It's all in the small things.
Absolutely. So well said. And I want to go back at how you said it in the beginning when I asked you the question. Guys, I hope you paid attention because he said something really important. He asked himself the right questions. You know, it's so important to ask the right question because if you ask the right question, you get the right answer. If you keep on with the negative talk, if you keep on telling yourself, I'm not good enough. Okay, he talked about this. So I'm not good enough. I'm not talented. I can't do anything. You're gonna get the same result. You're gonna get up every day thinking you're not enough. How about you get up and say today, I am enough? Why
Yeah,
not? It's the same energy, like he said, and this is so amazing because I've done that. My daughter, who's just entering puberty, I gave her this, and I told her, I wrote on the mirrors in a room and in a bathroom, I am enough, and that I took from Marissa Peer. She's a therapist in UK, and it was amazing. It was one of the smallest things that I could take up as a mantra and use to transform myself. And it worked massively for me, but it worked massively for my daughter who is going through puberty because she says, Mom, I'm having a rough day and I just go to use the bathroom. And there it is, I'm enough. There are big bold letters on the mirror. And she said, it brings a smile on my face. It reminds me that I truly am enough. And when I come out of the bathroom, my mind is totally changed. I'm not feeling sad. I'm not feeling upset. I'm not angry. So you have that control. Don't focus on the negative things in your life. Focus on the positive. What is the one? So for depressed people, okay, depression is something people go through and they struggle with a lot, right? What is in that moment when you're depressed? I'm sure you can find one thing you can be grateful for. What is that? Maybe just that you're alive. Maybe that you can get up from your bed, go to your kitchen, and just make your coffee that day. That is huge. You are not comparing your life with somebody who doesn't have depression. You don't have to do that. What are you doing in this day? I'm completely depressed. I don't have my life together. But what am I doing today in this moment that I can be grateful for? I can get up and I can go to the kitchen, make my own coffee and drink it and say that I'm alive. And that is enough for me for this moment. That is all. Don't, like he said, don't focus far ahead. Focus in the now. Focus in this moment. What you can do that can change your mindset. That can change the whole psychology around what's going on around you. Close the negative talk and start the positive talk. His story is amazing to learn from. His mom was abused when he was pregnant. He was almost strangled by his own father. He was abused by his stepfather. I mean, if you really listen to it carefully, I'm repeating this again, so people can really listen to the depth of abuse and pain he's been through. It's massive. You have to really wrap your head around all those things, right? But he's here right now in this moment, telling everyone that I did not make that abuse a reason, a cause to my failure, a cause to define who I am and becoming the same person. He broke that cycle, he broke that pattern because he took charge, he took control. He said, guess what? I don't want to be that. I don't want to be like my dad, okay? And I don't want to be defined by my abuse. So he took that and he changed and transformed it completely. So any of you who's listening right now and saying, this is my story and there is no excuse. That's your blockage. Your excuse is your blockage. Remove the excuse and move forward, guys. Take
Mhm.
control because you can. It's always within your reach. Having said that, Mike, I want you to talk a little about, let's say people want to connect with you, what kind of work you do, and for people to have a little bit more information about what your work is. And I know I'll tag you, and then they can connect with you and get to your website and all that. But just a little brief understanding for the audience that what is your work in it, what they're struggling with, how you're going to help them through your program.
Okay. So I have a few workshops. Um, the first workshop is how to improve your skills. First time I will search who you are. Together with you, I will search who you are. So that means you have to give me your story, and then I will listen to it, write things down, and then I make a file of it, and then you can look at the things that are in your head. I will not say everything, but okay. So who you are, or who are you? That's better. That sounds better. Who are you? That's the first thing that you have to do to get rid of unnecessary things in your mind. Who are you? Can you say who you are, or if you don't know, we will search together. The second workshop is what do I want? If it's losing, what do you want? For everybody, it's different. I can only speak for myself. I also want to lose 15 kilos. So what do you want? And then how it's about setting goals. What do I want? Is setting goals to 1 week, maybe not 1 week, but 1 month, 3 months. Like I in September will start with a bachelor degree. So that's my what do I want? I want this. I want to work to it. I will set my mind to that so I can see, feel, and hear where I'm going to. So you have to take small steps to be on that road for what do I want. The third one is how do I get there? So I just said, how do I get there? I have to think about it first thing, and then the smaller steps to September for me is I will search everything on that subject that I want. Yeah, it's for everybody is different, of course. Then I have 11 years experience with my wife, so I'm 11 years together with my wife. So if you have family issues, if you don't know how to talk to each other, if you don't know the basics of a very good relationship, I can help you with that. So as I said, I have dystonia. I have it now for 9 years. So I can help people with a disability to grow, even if you have a disability, because it's very hard in this world to get help. I think everybody knows that it's very hard because people look down at you because you're not the same, or for everybody is
Yeah,
different.
right.
But I can help you grow. So grow with your disability. I have 3 years experience with my twins, so everybody who's listening and having twins and don't know, let's talk. We can talk about it. I'm just sharing my experience in that. So I'm 3 years. It's actually a bachelor, so I'm a bachelor at twins, but and the other things okay. So I know it doesn't work over online, because I also have a walk session, because if you are in nature, like trees give you energy, air, clean air. So if you are in nature, the nature provides you with the proper air that you need. So that's a walking distance. And then I have also boost your self-esteem. People can reach me for that. Oh, I have to say, if you go to my website, it's going to be in Dutch, so I have to translate it to English,
Okay.
and then I will see if it grows. If people want to have another language in it, I will look into it, because that's my gift. I want to help people. Yeah, I, I just want
All
to help
right.
people. So
Thank you
if
so
they
much for
go to
sharing.
there, they can make an appointment. You can even choose when you want to talk online. You can set your own appointments. What else? There are pictures of my twins when they were little. So if you have the chance to look at my website, just go for it, and we'll see. I will see you there. So I have a lot of
Absolutely.
thing. I have a lot of experience to share with the world. That's my aim.
Absolutely. Guys, you heard
I
him.
also have to say,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Mary.
No,
I
no,
have
go
to
ahead.
say, I cannot. I will do my best to help everybody, but I cannot help everybody. If you understand me, um, yeah, yeah. It's the only way. Ali, you have to realize as an entrepreneur that you have the ability to help people, but you also have to realize for yourself that you cannot help everybody. That's not possible. So I will give you this, because people would come to me and say this and that, and then I have to say, from sorry, I can't help you, and that's a disappointment for that person. But that's why I say this: I cannot help everybody. I will try my best, or recommend somebody else, like maybe, because I think you're a very fantastic person to talk about this taboo subject, because they don't teach you that in school uh, to work with your feelings. I was trying to.
Yes.
So I thank you very
Absolutely.
much, Mirish,
Thank you.
for your energy, for your love, for helping people. I want to congratulate you with an enormous heart. I believe in you, and keep on going, because you are a sincerely great and warm, open person. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your kind words. Guys, he said it all. He has a website. It's in Dutch right now. But guess what? We had a conversation in English. So if you're having problems in going to his website and it's in Dutch and you're lost, DM him, have a conversation with him. See, he says he has a lot of experience and he can help you. He's not only navigated through his abuse, but transformed it, and he's not labeled himself as a disabled person who can't do anything, because that's how the world sees. He said the world is cruel. The world looks at you through a different lens because you're disabled now, right? He has not taken that excuse to stop him from helping people who are disabled or people who are just struggling with low self-esteem or anything for that. So, guys, this is massive to take from today, from his story. There are so many elements of his story that show what an amazing man he is and how he took every stone that was thrown towards him and he picked it and he said, you know what? This is not going to define me. He threw it on the other side and he walked forward. Every time he walked forward, and he's still doing that. So, guys, I hope that this conversation was a learning experience for you. If you're struggling with anything, that this will help you, give you inspiration, give you the motivation to change, to take control right in this moment and do what is right. Guys, remember, action is taken in the moment. If you're going to sit and contemplate, you've lost it. Right now, in this energy, with this conversation, what are you thinking? What is the step you want to take? Take it now. Don't overthink. Take that step. That is the step that's stopping you from the life you truly deserve. You find your purpose once you heal, once you let go of things that hold you back. On that note, we will wrap up our session. Thank you so much, Mike. Guys, I will tag him after this conversation so you can DM him on his account after this. Lots of love to you, Mike, to your kids, to your family, everybody back home. Take care of yourself, guys. I hope you enjoyed today. Lots of love. Bye bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.